how are you today? Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. I hope you are excited to be here. My name is Imi, and I am the face behind Parenting with Imi. So you're very much welcome to today's class. Let's dive into it. And today we are going to be talking about the different maternity hospitals in Nairobi. Now, don't get me wrong, there are very many maternity hospitals. I think actually, literally, almost all hospitals that we do have a maternity aspect of it. But in today's video, I'm going to be touching on 10 maternity hospitals that I personally have had good reviews about. Um, I've heard good experiences from people around me about that I would recommend to you if you are in Nairobi. So that's what this video is all about. Please note these are my opinions, and if you have other good, amazing hospitals around you that you've gotten good reviews about, please leave them in the comment section so that again we can learn together. Okay. Before we dive into this video, it's a very important video, especially for expectant mothers. Maybe you're out there and you're wondering, which hospital can I go and give birth in? You're struggling, you're still hospital hunting, you've not yet settled on a hospital, you're struggling with that decision. Then this video has come in hand because it's gonna help you to make that decision. That's again my hope. Okay, so before we dive into this video, please ignore every background noise because it's beyond my control, and this video I just have to do it at this time. Okay, so are you ready? I'm going to be mentioning 10 of them, and it's not in the priority, as it is not in the best. It's just randomly picked, but I'm going to be mentioning 10 of them that I personally would recommend to you in Nairobi if you're looking for a maternity hospital. So I'm going to be telling you the name of the hospital. Sorry, I'm looking down because I've written them down. Like, yeah, I had to write them down to get my facts right. I'm going to be telling you the name of the hospital as well as the range of what they charge for a normal delivery and a CSD delivery. Okay, so now this range is based on what I got as at the time I did this research. Okay, so it could, maybe it's not the market price right now, but I'm sure it would not be so much different from this, maybe slightly higher or slightly even lower depending on the hospital, okay, and how they reviewed their prices. But at least you will have the range, you will have an idea of what they charge, so that maybe if it is in line with your budget, you can probably approach the hospital and just go online, search for them, and you get their contact and dive down there to do your review physically, check the place, check the facility. If you like it, voila, I mean, go for it and you will enjoy it. But just note that these are my 10 recommended maternity hospitals because I've gotten good reviews from about them. I have experienced one of them, and I can always definitely recommend it to you. And also I've had family and friends give birthday, so their reviews were good. So that was what I used to pick these 10 maternity hospitals in Nairobi. So the first one we'll be talking about is Kenyatta National Hospital, the private wing. It's called the Prime Care unit. Okay, so that I would always recommend for you because I believe that their services are great. They have good facility, and you will not regret it. Sorry. Yeah. So if you're looking for a maternity hospital along Upper Hill in Nairobi, then the Kenyatta National Hospital, the private wing, could be your best plug. I may not really talk much about the public wing, though they offer maternity services as well. I may not be able to talk much about it because I don't really know, but at least for the private wing, I can tell you for sure that their facility is quite great. Now, they normally charge 55,000 Kenya shillings for the normal delivery, and if you're going in for CS, you may have to part away with 160,000 Kenya shillings. Again, like I said, these prices, I've gotten them as at the time I did this research. They may change slightly above, more, or lower. Okay, so just at least you have the range. Okay, so the range for their normal delivery is 55,000 shillings, and the range for their CS delivery is 160,000 shillings. Let's move to the second one. The second one I want to talk about is the Coptic Hospital. Now, Coptic is located along Ngong Road in Nairobi. So, again, if you're looking for a good maternity hospital along Ngong Road, then Coptic might be your best plug. Their facility, their maternity facility, is very good. They have good services there when it comes to maternity. So, you may want to check that out again if you are not yet made up your mind on where you want to give birth, and Gong Road is easily accessible to you. So Coptic charges 50,000 Kenya shillings, and the range is around 50,000 Kenya shillings for normal delivery and 140,000 shillings for CS delivery. So again, that's the range. Okay, so you can do more research on that and get to know the actual cost that it's the charge. Okay, but it's around there as at the last time I did my research on them regarding that. Now, let's go to the third one, which is the Nairobi Hospital. Nairobi Hospital, yes, it's also located along Upper Hill. You always find it there. So Nairobi Hospital is also good when it comes to maternity care. So you're looking for a hospital along Upper Hill area. The Nairobi Hospital might be your good plug. Okay, so for Nairobi Hospital, the range they charge for normal delivery is 90,000 Kenya shillings, and the range they charge for CS delivery is about 190,000 Kenya shillings. Okay, now let's move to Nairobi West Hospital. Nairobi West Hospital is located along South Sea, Nairobi West area, South Sea. Okay, so that's where you will find Nairobi West Hospital. And for their normal delivery, they do charge 55,000 Kenya shillings, and for CS, it's 168,000 Kenya shillings as at the last time I checked. Okay, now let's go quickly to the next hospital I want to mention, and that is Pumwani Hospital. Pumwani Hospital is located Isili. Yeah, it's in Isili. Yes, Pumwani Hospital is located around Isili. Okay, so this is a public hospital, but they are very quite good when it comes to maternity services. Okay, so for them, they normally charge 3,000 Kenya shillings for normal delivery and about 6,000 Kenya shillings for CS delivery. However, because it's a public hospital, you can always access services like Linda Mama. With Linda Mama, you may actually give birth free of charge as long as you have applied for this program called Linda Mama. It helps mothers who are not able to afford maternity bills cost, but they are pregnant and they need to give birth. It helps such people to offload the bills from them and give them an easy access to childbirth. So if you apply for this program, you may actually give birth in Pumwani Hospital free of charge. Okay, yeah, so do more research on Linda Mama and apply for it if you would like to go to Pumwani and you probably do not have money for it. But if you want to go and pay for it, their range is around 3,000 shillings for normal delivery and 6,000 shillings for CS delivery. Let's move to the next one, which is the Mater Hospital. So Mater Hospital is located around South B in Nairobi. So Mater Hospital also have great services when it comes to maternity services. Okay, so if you're looking for a hospital around South B, then Mater Hospital might be your good plug. So when it comes to their cost, they normally charge around 68,000 Kenya shillings for normal delivery and 200,000 Kenya shillings for CS. So that's the range or cost that you might find in the Mater Hospital. Okay, now let's move to Komarok Healthcare. Now Komarok Healthcare is located at Utawala. Yes, Utawala, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's located around Utawala. Yeah, if it's not, I'm gonna edit this part, but if it is, I will leave it. Okay, so for Commonwealth Hospital, they have a very good service when it comes to their maternity care. They are very good, and in Nairobi you find that most of the public figures and celebrities, they love giving birth there because of the experiences that they have gotten. around there as well. So for Comarock Hospital, when you're going in for normal delivery, you may be playing around with the range of 45,000 Kenya shillings. But if you're going in for CS delivery, you may be playing around with the range of 135,000 Kenya shillings. That's for Comarock Healthcare. Now let's move to Ruai Family Hospital. Family Hospital is another hospital that has great reviews when it comes to maternity care. You will love it there as well. So for them, so that this hospital is in Ruai. Okay, so they charge 40,000 Kenya shillings for normal delivery and about 120,000 Kenya shillings for CS. So, if you would like to give birth in Ruai Family Hospital, then at least you have a range of what they charge. You can go right there and make more research on that about them. Now, let's move quickly to Empisha Hospital. Empisha Hospital is another hospital that people do prefer to go to in Nairobi for maternity care. Okay, sorry about that. For their normal delivery, the range is about 99,000 Kenya shillings, and for their CS delivery, the range is around 220,000 Kenya shillings. So that's for Empisha. So if that would be your choice, then please head down there as soon as possible. Now, the last but not the least on my list today is Kijabe Hospital. Kijabe Hospital is one hospital that I have received or I have heard good reviews about. It has a public wing just like Kenyatta Hospital, and it also has a private wing as well. The public wing also do accept Linda Mama program, so again you can give birth there probably free of charge. But now let's talk about the private wing, because that's the one that I've gotten reviews about, and that's the one I can easily vouch for. Okay, so in the private wing of Kijabe Hospital, you would access normal delivery services with 15,000 Kenya shillings and CS delivery services with about 50,000 Kenya shillings. So guys, what do you think about these hospitals, these 10 hospitals that I have just mentioned? What do you think about them? Do you agree with me that they do have good reviews? Because honestly, I am telling you out of experience. It's either me who had the experience or family and friends and close people around me that had experience with these hospitals. Okay, so of course before I brought them out here, I have definitely done my research and I've had good reviews about them. So if you're looking for a maternity hospital in Nairobi, I'm very sure you can find one from this list that you can honestly reach out to and go and give birth to your baby. Okay, so that's the range. Like what I said earlier on, those are just the range, the ranges of what they charge. Okay, for normal and CS, it might change. It might be slightly more than what I've mentioned or slightly lower than what I have mentioned, because as at the time that I did this research, this was the prices that they were charging. Of course, maybe they have reviewed their prices and it may have probably had a few slight changes as well. Okay, now before this video ends, I want to say this because probably someone will be like, oh my goodness, those costs you've just mentioned are just way too high for me. Look, when I was pregnant for my first child, I was also in that space where I felt like I may not be able to afford this hospital that I really, really want so much, until someone told me this. That's why I also want to tell you this. Now, NHIF comes in handy for maternity as well. At least they will pay for your bed, and that is a good amount of money that they can, help you with, so that it reduces on whatever it is that you'll be paying for the actual maternity cost. Okay, so if you have NHIF card, then it will really come hand in hand for you. So make good use of it. Okay, do not say it doesn't work. It works. It works. And as you settle on a hospital, ask them if they accept NHIF, okay, supports as well, because some hospitals do not, while some do. Okay, so always make sure you ask that question, so that when you're paying your bills, you pay it minus whatever amount that NHIF is coming in for you. Okay, which is mostly the bed. They pay for the bed, a certain amount of money, the facility will definitely advise you on that. Okay, now the second thing is this: if you have a medical insurance cover, then you may not need to plug out this amount of money from your pocket. You can simply just use your medical insurance cover, get to know how much, the extent, the limit that the cover covers. Okay, so that at least you can know the budget that you're working with. All right, if you really listen so well to the list that I've presented to you, it ranges, from a low cost to a higher cost and in between. So please just check the one that works very smoothly well for you within your budget and go for it. Do not go for one that is far higher than your budget and then you struggle paying for the bills later on, because you don't need that stress after childbirth. You don't need that stress together down with handling a newborn baby. Okay, so please work with what works for you within your budget. Okay, if you have a medical insurance cover, they will come in handy for you. Just check on the limit that you're given for maternity cover. If you have NHIF card, then they come in handy as well for you, at least to some extent. Okay, so above all, please plan yourself very well before the delivery period. Okay, so that you don't get stranded when now the baby is here, you're supposed to be going home, but then you've been held by the hospital because you're not able to pay for your medical bill. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me in today's class. I hope that you have learned something today. Let me know what you think about today's session in the comment section. What do you think? Do you agree with me on these 10 maternity hospitals, or do you have others that I probably have not mentioned? Please mention them in the comment section. Let's learn together. If you've watched this video up to this moment, if you have sat in this class up to this moment, well done. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Now, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, why don't you go ahead at this point and click on that subscribe button so that you be part of this amazing parenting class where we get to learn and navigate through parenting together. Thank you for joining me in today's class. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, please take good care of yourself and take care of those blessings that God has given to you.